English Shorthand, Advanced Phraesography, Section 4, Doubling Principle. Start. Above there, over there, before there is, from there, has to be there, has been there, how can there be, I am sure there is, I believe there will be, I have there, I have been there, I know there is, I know there is not, I know there will be, I see there is, I think there will be, I wish there were, if there is to be, if it be there, in their case, in their opinion, in their statement, in which there is, increasing their value, making their way, more than there, pending their decision, shall be there, then there are, then have been there, though there is, upon there, we have there, we have been there, whenever there is, by some other means, some other way, some other respects, or some other, in other words, in order that, in order to, my dear sir, my dear madam, my dear friend, my dear fellow citizens. Stop. Section 5. Omission, constants and syllabus. Start. I have received, in their respects, in reply, we have received, almost certain, just now, just received, last week, last month, last year, most probably, must be, next week, there must be, you must not be, very pleased, in fact, in point of fact, telegram office, worthwhile, in the manner, and in like manner, and in the same manner, and in the same manner as, in this manner, next month, this month, as far as possible, as much as possible, as soon as possible, as well as possible, as if it were possible, just possible, between them, foundation stone, one another, towards one another, industrial life, I hope you are satisfied, and the contrary cannot be considered, for consideration, fully considered, further consideration, I have included, in conclusion, into consideration, it is considered, it may be considered, it will be considered, little consideration must be considered, necessary conclusion ought to be considered, satisfactory conclusion shall be considered, shall be taken into consideration, should be considered, some consideration, take into consideration, taken into consideration, that conclusion, unsatisfactory conclusion, we have concluded, were considered, which will be considered, which will taken into consideration. Stop. Practice regularly, because suddenly you cannot write these phrases 4 and 5. Okay, first you have 4 to 5 lines, right? Then you will take a dictation. Okay, again start. In other respects, we have received, as far as possible, must be, last year, next month, this month, last week, last month, just now, just received, in point of fact, worthwhile, in the manner, further consideration, taken into consideration, I hope you will not, one another, towards one another, industrial life, as well as possible, as soon as possible, above there, I know there is, I have been there, making their value, in their statement, in their case, in their opinion, I see there is, I know there is not, some other, by some other means, we have been there, we have there, upon there, my dear madam, my dear sir, my dear fellow citizens, some other way, or some other, in order that, in order, in order words, in other words, some other, pending their decision, more than their stop.